good people, how are you? I hope you've been keeping well and enjoying this lovely weather we've had today. I mean, it's been a bit too hot, obviously, and muggy, and we're looking forward to even more tomorrow at 34 degrees. So anyway, let's start on with the show. So welcome to WHU FC. My name's Tony. I'm obviously here doing Tony's Transfer Talk, and today we're going to talk about midfielders. Before I carry on, don't forget to hit share and like and subscribe to this channel. And obviously to make sure that you support freeretro.com in buying any of their retro football gear, which includes tops, t-shirts, hoodies and tracksuits. And all proceeds from this will go to Newham food banks, which help support families in need in this, this dire straits of a time that we have, considering high fuel prices, electricity and utilities, and obviously food prices going up. And obviously today, the Bank of England's even raised the interest rate. So yeah, even more good cheer for us for this year. Anyway, going on to midfielders, let's look at our current squad so far. So we have obviously Thomas Souček, who this season hasn't had the greatest of seasons, let's be fair. Completely different from the season before. I think obviously the injury is one thing that's probably played on his mind, and I think it's quite evident because sometimes he's just looked lost. Hopefully we'll see more of him this season, and hopefully he will stay with us, considering the rumour mill that's saying that he may be moving on. Obviously we want to keep hold of Declan, they're jewel in the crown, as they say, but if we don't see any transfer business, I think we're all thinking the same thing. If we're not careful, he is going to go, and that would be a great shame, because at the end of the day, he's our boy, isn't he? We want him to stay, Let's build a team around him, if like anything else. Emmanuel Lenzini, well, last season, shall I say, he's had a bit more of a resurgence, considering before he was much more the forgotten man. And he played his part. He did what we needed to in that, in Europa as well as in the Prem. But at the same point, he's not getting any younger. And will he want to move back to his country where he comes from, or is he going to stay in and fight for his place? That's to be seen. And then we have obviously Pablo Fornals. I don't know about you, but he's a frustrating player for me. There's times where you think, he's going to play this ball to this area, and what did he do? The complete opposite. And I think, lets us down in certain attacks in the last season. So hopefully he'll learn from that and improve as a player itself. And then we've got the two forgotten men. One is Nicola Vladich. I thought, considering what we paid for him, I expected to see a bit more. But I don't know, maybe he wasn't in Moyes' plan at this stage. A loan option is probably going to be the best thing for him. I don't really want to see him go, because at the end of the day, I don't think he's actually had a break and given his chance what he can actually do. So let's hope he sticks with this on Moyes and loans him out and the player improves. But then the other one we've got to look at is old Alex Crowell. I think when we saw the World Cup and we knew he was in Moyes' eyes, and we saw his performances in the World Cup, I don't know if you was like me, it's like, please, let's not sign this player. But unfortunately we did. And he hardly featured. I think, 2-3 games at the most. I can't even remember those, because that's how much he featured. So we do need options, and what do we go with? I mean, I don't know if you saw it yourself on the weekend. We had Soccer Aid, and it was good to see Nobes back in at the London Stadium doing what he does best, and obviously dominate the game, play the ball around, and even score a penalty. So he's very happy with his performance, and obviously it was quite emotional to see him back at the London Stadium in an England shirt. But yeah, too little too late at that respect. But no, great performance for him. So what are our options? What are we looking at? The main target seems to be James Ward-Prowse from Southampton. He's, I like him, and I think he's a great player, and he puts himself about. He obviously, can splay a ball around the pitch like it wasn't attached to his foot, and he gives us something which will help partner Declan, I think, and obviously push Thomas on to raise his game. And then we've got to look at other options. Adnan Januzaj, he's got a let's see, with him, he was with Moyes at Man United. He was given the chance by Moyes. but in there at Seville, Real Sociedad, shall I say, not Seville. He looks like he's being released at the end of this month. So he's 27. He's still got something to give. So hopefully he gives us two options. He can play in midfield and he can also play out as an attacking option. So it could be good to have someone like him. Then we're looking at possibly, I know it's happened before, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I know he's been injury prone at Liverpool, but maybe a club like us would suit him, suit us, and we can get something out of the player. We've done it before with players who've been injured, and they've gone on to have a good career with us. So maybe he's one of those. And then John McGinn from Aston Villa. I like him. He's one of those that he annoys you. You know, as a player, he must be frustrating because he's always in your ear roll. He's nibbling at your ankles all the time. And it's something we possibly need. Someone that gives us a little bit of bite and fight in the middle of the park and helps, you know, give Declan more of an attacking option. Because we know with him, he can also hold back and do a job there as well. So maybe that's one we could go for in that. And hopefully he won't cost that much either for us. And then we've got to look at, I'm going to say this as a long shot, guys, and I know you're going to probably look at it and think, so Tony, what the hell are you talking about? But maybe even Ross Barkley, I think it would be a bad option for us. I mean, obviously, Moisey knows him from obviously the youth time at Everton, and it could be something that fits him. You know, he's still young. I mean, the only thing I think Moyes can do in that is obviously kind of tone down the attitude I think he's got and maybe get the best out of him. And it's one of those I think we need to kind of strengthen our midfield area. Tell me what you think. I mean, don't forget, you can put comments into this channel. You know, we're not afraid to have them put in there, and we do reply back to those. But they're the options I can think of so far, and no doubt, considering we're 1 week into the transfer window so far, the one concern for me at the moment is we haven't done any business. We're seeing other teams doing business. Even our clubs in North London are doing better business and attracting better targets than what we are at the moment. We're keeping very coy. I think I mentioned in the last video, Rob Newman, what's he actually doing? Is he actually kind of getting these targets that we're after? That's yet to be seen. So, yeah, let's keep an eye on that. I will be, and hopefully I can report something better and a bit more positive for you come the next stream, which obviously we'll be looking at our strikers and where do we go with that and who do we get in. So all I say at this point, thank you very much for your time. Again, just be careful for tomorrow's weather. It is going to be a hell of a scorcher considering we're going to be in heat compared to Jamaica and even Hawaii. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids, and if you're follically challenged like my good self, just make sure you're wearing plenty of sunscreen. So again, thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you next. Take care for now.